meeting to order. We have roll call.
Alderman Geenan.
Here.
Alderman Clark.
Here.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes, I'd like to say something, excuse me, about last meeting. I wasn't here, wasn't able to attend. And my constituents have been calling, wanting to know why. There was someone here, John Harker, who has threatened my life 3 different times, and he came here. This is my chamber, and I will not be in the same room with a 3-time convicted child molester in the city of Rock Island. He's the son of Dennis and Alicia Harker. He was here when I seen him. I left the study session, okay? And I'm here tonight, and as long as everything is okay, I will always be here. So I am present.
Thank you.
Alderman Spargettis.
Here.
Alderman Talonier.
Here.
Alderman Parker.
Here.
Alderman Shipp.
Here.
Mayor Tomes.
Here. Pledge allegiance.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stay standing. We have invocation.
I'd ask that we all tonight think of our military families, those who are on active duty and reserve for all branches of our honorable military, our veterans who have served and fought bravely, and those who gave everything on the field in service of this country and our flag and our Constitution. And I'd like us to have just a moment of silence to remember all those who've given their life in service to this country. Thank you.
Number 5.
Minutes of the meeting of May 15th, 2017.
Move to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Second and approved. Any discussions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6.
Minutes of the executive session of May 15th, 2017.
Move to approve the executive session minutes.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Update Rock Island. Item 7. We get Whitewater Junction opening. Whitewater Junction Family Aquatic Center season opening Saturday, May 27th. Whitewater Junction is a 0-depth to 9-foot deep pool featuring slides and fun for the whole family. So hopefully everybody gets out and enjoys that. The weather turned warmer than it is today. Holiday observance schedule. In observance of Memorial Day, City Hall will be closed Monday 29th. The refuge and yard waste schedule will be 1 day late all week long. Recycling will be on its normal collection schedule. The City of Rock Island wishes everyone to a very happy and safe Memorial Weekend. College Hill District Retro Rally and Street Fair. Take a drive up the hill into the past for the College Hill District Retro Rally and Street Fair. It's a mouthful. Saturday, June 3rd, from 12 to 5 p.m. at the corner of 14th Avenue and 30th Street. Enjoy vintage cars, pin-up contest, art and crafts, vendors and food, and plenty of drinks. For more information, you can go to retrorally@gmail.com. Leslie's Concert Celebration for ALS. Laura's Legacy is returning for its 6th annual event to Schreiber Park in downtown Rock Island on June 3rd. The event, hosted by Rock Island's Park and Recreation Department in partnership with Leslie, has raised $58,000 over the last 5 years for this event. Attendees at all ages can enjoy live music, food, and family fun right on the Mississippi River. Come out and support a great cause. The gates open at 3 p.m. and tickets are $10. Cash only, though. For more information, you can call 309-732-7275. Thank you. That's it for this. Number 8.
A special ordinance establishing a handicap parking space on 6th Street between 13th and 14th Avenue, adjacent to and lined up with the side steps of the residents at 523 14th Avenue.
Move to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
For a second, any discussion? None? All those in favor, say aye. Oh, roll call, I'm sorry, I'm off the line. Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Schipp.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Number 9.
A special ordinance establishing a two-way stop intersection at 40th Street and 26th Avenue.
Move to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call?
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Schipp.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Number 10.
A special ordinance regulating parking on private property at 4703 44th Street, 4705 44th Street, 4709 44th Street, and 4711 44th Street.
Move to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? None? Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Schipp.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Number 11.
Claims. Report from the Public Works Department regarding payment number 20 in the amount of $257,665.18 to Brandt Construction of Rock Island, Milan, Illinois for the 6th Avenue Relief Sewer Project.
Move to accept the report and authorize payment as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? None. Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Schipp.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item number 12.
Claims for the week of May 12th through May 18th in the amount of $571,117.12.
Move to allow the claims.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Nothing? Roll call?
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Schipp.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item number 13.
ACH payments for the month of April in the amount of $764,886.51.
Move to allow the claims. Move to approve the ACH payments.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call?
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Schipp.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item number 14.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding bids for the Long-Term Control Plan Combined Sewer Overflow 007 Relocation Project, recommending the notice of intent to award to General Constructors Incorporated of Bettendorf, Iowa, in the amount of $5,392,890.
Move to approve the notice of intent to award as recommended.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Mayor,
Mayor.
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say very quickly, for those watching at home, this was something we had discussed today in our study session prior to council. Our Public Works Director, Larry Cook, working with our city manager here, Randy Tweet, put together a very nice presentation. And so I just want to say for those who are watching this or going to read about it tomorrow in the paper, you can contact any of your aldermen up here, the mayor or the city manager, if you'd like a copy of that report for more information on this project, which is connected to a number of other projects for our long-term control plan.
Yes, I'm sure General Constructors would do a great job out of Bettendorf. I just wish that this could have been a Rock Island contracting firm.
We always wish that. We're going to take the lowest one.
And Alderman Mayberry, just to that point, I think they were the only ones, if I'm not mistaken, the only ones who bid on that project. Is that correct? Larry, can you comment on that? Is that correct? So I know it was publicly posted.
Okay. Roll call.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry,
Aye.
Spargettis,
Yes.
Talon-Air,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item number 15.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding bids for the Long-Term Control Plan Combined Sewer Overflow 006 Basin Separation Project, recommending the notice of intent to award to Langman Construction Incorporated of Rock Island, Illinois, in the amount of $2,731,397.17.
Move
To approve the notice of intent to award as recommended.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
I wish Langman had a bid on the last one.
Yeah, there you go. Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
Mayberry,
Aye.
Spargettis,
Yes.
Talon-Air,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item number 16.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding bids for the 2017 Storm Sewer Outfall Program, recommending the bid be awarded to Legacy Corporation of East Moline, Illinois, in the amount of $185,625.
Move to award the bid as recommended and authorize city manager to execute the contract documents.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan,
Aye.
Clark,
Aye.
Mayberry,
Aye.
Spargettis,
Yes.
Talon-Air,
Yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item number 17.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding bids for the Lincoln Court reconstruction between 17th and 20th Street project, recommending the bid be awarded to Miller Trucking and Excavating of Silvis, Illinois, in the amount of $646,721.75.
Move to award the bid as recommended and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
I like to just quickly say, this is a reason I'm a big supporter of Mr. Tweet, because this is a project that we've been looking at for a while, and he rode on that street and said that it had to be done. And after he rode on that street and seen how terrible it was, it became his project. He took it over from me, so I was really proud and just say how blessed we are as a city to have someone that care about our streets like Randy does.
And further to add to that, I know a number of us have been contacted this weekend by individuals in the audience. I think we are always in a state of trying to become better in our responsiveness and our concerns. And I think that in terms of working with the residents who make this city what it is, and again, another testament to our city manager in terms of the communication, the point-by-point understanding and dialogue with what was going on with that. And I know we have a commitment that he will be working with the aldermen and the residents to ensure that the valid concerns are met with real action there and are not discarded or diminished in any way.
Mayor, I'm wondering if any of the people who are here want to speak to that issue or not.
You all right? All right. Is there a sign-up sheet? There's a sign-up sheet there. If you wouldn't mind putting your name and address up there for us, please. And
I'm Jason Kuntz. I live at 1408 20th Street in Rock Island. This is Todd Linscott, who also lives at 1408 20th Street, Rock Island. I emailed all of you. I apologize for kind of the last-minute nature of my email, but we had discovered this when we read the agenda for today's meeting, and I reached out to Alderman Clark and Alderman Parker, since they both oversee the Broadway Historic District, which we're a part of on Lincoln Court. And it just was kind of the first that we had heard of this project, and we couldn't really make sense of the plans and things, and so we just wanted some more communication to learn more about it. And I really appreciate the feedback that I've received from everyone on council. Actually, after trying to collect information, and this afternoon Randy sent a really great email outlining kind of the steps that was really necessary for me to fully see. I am not an engineer, and so can't really interpret the diagrams and things, and we do need some work on Lincoln Court. I was just particularly concerned that the cost was so high, and as a former state employee and as an educator, I know money's really tight, and I just wanted to make sure that, you know, we weren't prioritizing Lincoln Court over other areas in Ward 1 that may need the help. So I feel like all my questions have been answered, and I just really appreciate Randy's willingness to work with the neighbors, because that's one of the things that I really wanted, was all of the residents of Lincoln Court to have a voice. We're relatively new on the court for 3 years, but I felt like there maybe wasn't equitable concerns from everyone on the court to raise what they want to say. So I just want to make sure we all have a voice and have that chance, and I'm looking forward to talking more with Randy as the project moves forward.
Thank you so much, Jay.
The only thing I would add is, in the sense of efficiency of process, I mean, the city staff spent a lot of time developing the plan, and obviously many hours of work went into it. And it would just be nice that I went down to the engineering office, had a great conversation, very positive conversation, and simply said, you know, if you look at that area, there's only 2 houses on one side. There's a lot of parking. You probably fit 6 cars per driveway, which is quite a thing in a historic district. And that, you know, so if we simply do a little more patterned parking, would that negate the issue with fire and with emergency vehicles? And the engineer was very nice. You know, we really didn't think about that. And so our other aspect was that, you know, for buy-in, for community involvement, you know, we all want the neighborhood associations to grow and prosper, and a little more forward, hey, we're thinking about this process. You know, people have opinions and questions and concerns, and I feel would have made the process much more efficient and a lot less time, and saved the city staff, you know, a lot of hours on the ground. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I just had one question for clarification for Randy. My understanding about the cost is it not only includes the court, but it also includes 2 alleys that run from the court to 13th Avenue. Is that correct?
Those 2 alleys, and then an alley and a half running to the north or the south. Yep.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'd also like to comment as well. So this issue it spanned a lot of different things, everything from neighborhood participation and letting the neighborhoods know what we're working on. That's why I asked about the long-term control plan tonight, when we're going to be doing work on in the Greenbush neighborhood, making sure that we're sending out notices, letting people know that they're going to have road construction on their street. Everything from that to that, Lincoln Court is part of the Broadway Historic District. It's on the National Register of Historic Places, and therefore we need to be attentive to our Preservation Commission here with the City of Rock Island. And I don't think there was any violations or whatnot, but I think we need to be more careful on involving that group of citizens and bringing these ideas to them if there's going to be, repairs of this nature for our historic areas. And then lastly, it also touched the Brick Streets plan that the city adopted in 1988 and then amended most recently in 2012. And when we made the Brick Street plan, it didn't include brick streets that had asphalt put on them since. But I would be interested to see if there's any newer technology, if the costs have gone down, what we could do to strip away the asphalt and go back to brick streets. I'm sure it's expensive, but I don't know. And what I would just like to have is a revisiting of that topic, because you don't have to put storm water lines on a brick road, right? You don't need to do as much utility work on a brick road. So it sprawled a lot of different subjects here, and I think that this was a good example of things that we can look into as a council.
Mm-hmm. Try to keep it on topic here, but all right, ready for roll call.
Well, I'm sorry, Mayor. Randy, help me out here. Typically, on a street repair, it's put on before we eliminated the special assessment, it was on a 5-year capital improvement plan. Right. And I'm not exactly sure that's what happened here. Usually you gentlemen would have 5 years to weather this out from when the time it's put on to the time it started. So that's the capital improvement plan. So just for clarification.
Yeah, I think this one was on 3 years because
3 years.
Alderman Clark brought it to my attention, and we actually
Clearly.
changed one of the projects in Ward 1 to do this, which was
Sure.
more important.
Good. Thank you, everyone. Roll call.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item number 18.
Report from the Parks and Recreation Department regarding an operational agreement between the Friends of Halberg Civic Center and the Parks and Recreation Department for the operation of the Halberg Civic Center.
Move to approve the agreement as recommended and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents.
Second.
Sorry if I stepped on your toes over there.
I'll comment.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes. I have looked over most of this, and there's one segment on page 4 that I would like to perhaps ask about changing the wording. For those of you who have a copy of this, it's line 10 reads, the foundation agrees to discuss removal of any merchandise or cease any service objected to by the city until mutually agreeable results can be found. I talked to our city attorney about this, and I think the intent is not to discuss removal, but to have removal of any objectionable merchandise and then seek a mutually agreeable result later. So I would propose that we strike discuss and have it read agrees to the removal of any merchandise, et cetera, et cetera. And do I need to make a motion to that effect for an amendment?
It would seem to me that generally these agreements would be subject to minor modifications. If you're asking that I suggest that as a minor modification, I'd be happy to do so. Because I don't think it doesn't. I don't think it changes the intent.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so my motion stands then to approve the agreement with that modification.
I don't know who asked about this, but just some points of clarification for people who are reading this for the first time. This is a 10-year agreement, correct?
John, you want to come up and speak to that?
That's correct. It's a 10-year agreement with a 10-year extension option.
Sure. So for like wedding rentals, the income coming in from those special events, the foundation holds on to that income?
That's correct. It's used for operation of the facility. Any funds above and beyond that go into projects for the facility.
And then there's one thing on the first page, and it's just the only time really that it's mentioned about the city. Any lease of the apartment in the carriage house shall be subject to city approval. Am I to assume then the same income coming in, if that does get turned into an apartment and is a long-term lease as opposed to an event lease, that goes to the foundation as well?
That's correct.
Okay. And that includes utilities? Do they pay utilities if they rent the apartment?
We'll have to work that out. Right now, the department's going to pay the utilities at Halberg and the carriage house, but I would want to build it into where the tenant would take care of the utilities. That'd be my recommendation.
I would like to say that I'm a proud member of the Friends of Halberg Civic Center. I was one of the people on the other side of this wall when we were discussing Halberg a year ago or so, saying not to sell it. So I would just like to say that I'm very proud of the Friends of Halberg Civic Center. I know that this agreement was more the foundation's 3-year plan, 10-year plan, and now here we are a year in. We're going, we're in. And so that organization is really working hard to meet the demands of the citizenry and the Parks Department regarding the Halberg Civic Center. And I encourage everyone to get involved with the citizen effort to revitalize and celebrate our Halberg Civic Center. You can go to hallbergcenter.org. Become a member. I mean, it's great. I go there the first Monday of every month and sweep and scrub the toilets, and I love doing it. It's part of my civic duty. So, nope. So anyway, I just applaud the work you guys are doing and look forward to 10 years of partnership.
Absolutely. Very good. Thank you. We have roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item number 19.
Report from the city clerk regarding a request from Cabanas for outdoor entertainment in their semi-enclosed pavilion from 5 p.m. to midnight, Monday through Sunday, beginning May 23rd, 2017 through April 30th, 2018, at 2118 and 2120 4th Avenue.
Move to approve the request for outdoor entertainment as recommended, subject to complying with liquor license regulations and subject to being closed down early if noise complaints are received.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item number 18, or 20, excuse me.
Report from the city clerk regarding a request from Phyllis Angel Maynard to close off the alley between 610 12th Avenue and 1215 6th Street on Saturday, May 27th, 2017, from 4 p.m. to midnight for a family reunion.
Move to approve the request as recommended.
Second?
Moved in second. Any discussion? Having none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 21, other business.
I do, Your Honor. On, and it's a question to the city attorney, Mr. Morrison. On item 11 on the report, staff has chosen to hold back dollars against the contractor on the lien that was, are you aware of that
Yes.
action?
Yeah, there is pending litigation on that lien. That is correct.
Okay. And then the $380,000 and some odd on the fees we're holding back for liquidated damages. Do you believe that that's the fair and prudent way to continue forward with this matter?
I think until things are resolved, that's what we have to do. With regard to the lien, the statute is very clear that we have to withhold those funds until such time.
On both, I'm sorry, I changed subjects. The one was on the lien from the blaster, and the other is on liquidated damages.
So I'll address those in two parts.
Okay.
The first part being the lien from the blaster, it's pretty clear from the statute that we are required, once we receive proper notice, to hold funds sufficient to cover that amount of the claim in the event, very much like an insurance company does the same thing. If there are two different parties claiming benefits from an insurance policy, you have to hold on to those funds if you've been given notice of a dispute and there is they are litigating a dispute over at the courthouse and district court. The second issue is I believe that it is prudent to withhold whatever the maximum possibility might be for liquidated damages, because that is, in fact, what is in the contract language. And I guess from a more practical standpoint also, it's easier to not have to go out and collect money that you may be owed from someone than to give it to them and then try to ask them to give it back.
Okay.
That makes sense.
No, it does. Just want to make sure we had legal advice on that.
Sure.
Thank you.
We do have one gentleman who'd like to speak to the council. Peter, would you like to come up? You could write your name and address up there for us too, please.
Thank you. My name is Peter Rucklick. I live at 2128 32nd Street in Rock Island. A few weeks ago, handed out this to you. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it. I just wanted to say a few things from it. And the bottom line is anything Independent Rock Island can do to help in this direction, please let us know. A lot of older, more compact communities that have retained their natural walkability and fit the earlier model with grid streets have found themselves in a major recovery because they have a lot of goods and services in walking distance they've taken off. communities have taken off. And that's our DNA. We're small, we're compact, we have grid pattern streets, we have the area, the community commercial area up on 18th Avenue, 30th Street with businesses and people using their daily life close by. So we have that DNA, I call it. For a number of years, big cities on the coast, San Francisco, New York, LA, have designed them cities to be like this, to get neighborhoods to be like this, walkable neighborhoods. Minneapolis, Denver, Kansas City, and Austin more recently, even Des Moines, Boise, and Tulsa. And as they do this, the bigger cities have become so expensive, people are needing to leave. They can't afford it. They want this kind of lifestyle, but they can't afford it. And Zach Mannheimer, somebody I mentioned in one of the emails to you a few weeks ago, he just says it. People are leaving. They're in droves. Rock Island, as we all know, incredibly stiff financial situation we're in. A lot of pressure, constraints. And I keep seeing a reference a week ago in the Argus, a reference to big projects. They were talking about south of Rock River projects, Jumer's Crossing, 30th Street Walmart site. Big projects, expensive projects. Not too many years ago, Dylan and Dave and Josh moved to Rock Island. Young people moved to Rock Island. I did that when I was 31 too, moved back to Rock Island. And if the city would intentionally plan what we have sort of naturally, but intentionally push it out more, modest, affordable, incremental, people-oriented, density-enhancing, built environment projects and improvement, we could attract young people like Dave and Dylan and Josh, who want to live their lives, daily lives, without having to depend on a car. So young people would come here. And the thing about that is it's cheap to do. It's not an expensive, big projects. But it's a challenge because we have to shift how we're thinking about things and how we do things. Dunkin' Donuts, the most immediate example. They came in with a plan for their site. The Hy-Vee gas station and convenience store is sort of an imminent one. I haven't seen anything specific, but I just figure that's coming soon. John Carson's, one of the architects with Loeb Milani, has designed, did this for the Dunkin' Donuts site, a different way of designing that site with the building to the street. Still with a drive-through, but a different way of designing it in a way that helps invite people to walk on 18th Avenue. The kind of thing that helps a city design itself so that people, oh, the city's doing that kind of thing. He's also designed for the Hy-Vee gas station to use the existing CVS, old CVS building, to use that building, saving money for Hy-Vee in terms of having to destroy a building and put up something new. Having it be part convenience store, having a gas station, part convenience store, and part other retail, a restaurant with outdoor seating on 18th Avenue, using the existing building. Other ideas, cheaper. In the discussion at the Planning Commission about the Dunkin' Donuts site, when I showed Anthony, who was one of the developer group, the rough idea that John Carson's had come up with, he said, well, that doesn't meet code. Okay, so the code has to change. Similarly, at the city council meeting, I think, Josh, you asked Chandler, if we could have done something different, and Chandler said, well, if we had code that would, an overlay district that would dictate that buildings have to be to the street, then we could go this way. Okay, so then it comes down to something we can do is to change. We have a code revision process in works to have the codes reflect this kind of direction, the built environment direction for the city. Tanner Osing, a senior up at Augie, has been helping the Residents Initiative involved with research form-based codes. In Peoria, they have an overlay area, and they have form-based codes written for these overlay areas. He and I have been down on the streets, walking Peoria, looking at the code, looking at the overlay areas. So research has been going on. I just want to say, anything Independent Rock Island can do to help in this effort, please let me know. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Peter. All right. If there's nothing else, item 22.
Executive session, 5 ILCS 120, Section 2, C1, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body.
There's two issues with this, on this item, with two issues.
Motion to go into executive session.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Geenan.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Thank you.